Please come to a seated position and settle. So right away, we have choices to make with our bodies, and the tension needs to come into the body for this practice. So it brings us out of our brains as well. So it's part of that yoga for the mind, the settling of the mind. Let's just start by inviting peace into our bodies. Once you're here, you might observe a little bony discomfort or whatever it is. If there's anything you can resettle, do that. And then leave your fingers together, rest your hands in your lap. Some awareness in keeping your shoulders from falling forward here. Letting them have a little gravity right on top of the ribs. Ujjayi Pranayama. It's stretched out breathing with sound through the nose, flowing from inhale into exhale. In some poses, you might bring the breaths more quickly and some more slowly. So the breath is a tool to support the body's energy. The breath is a tool to settle the mind. It's okay for there to be pauses in between. Next time you breathe out, feel that centering downward, inward energy. Breathing in one more time, feel that opposite, that expansive, spreading, opening energy. And exhale into your center. With the grounded center from that exhale, bring up your arms and do some wrist movements. You can lift your face as well, lengthening the front of the neck. Free hand and wrist movements. Feel how this is a little bit brightening as we add upward reaching, make space for the breath. Breathe in one more time. Breathe out, bring your right wrist behind your left and weave together your fingers. So you're going to need to ground into the earth a little bit and tone your low belly to support this. Arms gently straighten and bend, just 3 times. If this creates some tension, the hands don't have to be perfect. Come up one more time and rotate to the right side just a little bit. Turn your belly. Bring down your arms with awareness and float down into seated twist, gazing back. And like when we're in the tabletop in the cat and cow pose, that movement of the spine back and forth, distributing that movement. Try to distribute movement in your rotation so that there's a general sense of turning the spine. One more time, awareness is on the spine, and the gaze is gently back. Ease back to center, pause and feel, so we don't want to move quickly and disturb our bodies by doing so. Lean back, toes on the ground, hold the backs of your knees. Lean back, boat pose, toes down, maybe they float. 2, lift your chest. A different kind of energy. 4, 5, ground your feet. Other side. For the twist, so sit, you can change the cross of your legs. Exhale, navel towards the spine, grounded energy. That supports this action of reaching up. Now the left hand behind the right. Weave Open and straighten. Add a little turn. Arms come down. Complete your rotation to your own degree. For 1, Parsa Drishti, side eyes, gently. 3, pay attention to the spine. Exhale. And come back to center. Settle back in to center. And then coming to the back of your body for a little bridge pose warm up. High back, legs straight. Center the back of your skull and pull your heels in by your hips. Long spine, arms grounded. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Feel the navel sink with the assistance of gravity here. Excuse me. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Keeping a little tone in your belly and maybe your pelvic floor toning in as well. As you lift up, your hips and your arms come up along your ears. Exhale, bring it all back down slowly. Inhale, lift. Open the chest. Exhale, reverse. Grounding the back of the skull, back of the shoulders, the soles of the feet. 4, open the front line of the hips. Bring the spine down. And 5. Release the spine all the way down. Right knee and left knee come in. Catch your shins, rock side to side. And getting ready to come up. Press your ankles, mix this up. Teach yourself both crosses for this rock. Hold the shins, knees come in, and send them away. Hold on and rock up. Coming into garland pose, bring your feet together, widen your knees, and come through. But you're reaching your face through a little window, your heart trying to follow. One more time. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, stretch. Release with mindfulness to your feet. The ankle cross can come back in, kind of consolidate to bring yourself out and stand. Take the time you need to do that mindfully and stand with easy wide feet, setting the back heart by letting the tops of the shoulder blades broaden out towards the shoulders, the bottom of the shoulder blades coming towards each other and down. So it takes a bit of concentration. And just try to let your arm bones settle into the shoulder joint, that action of the shoulder blades. One more time, rest your shoulders on your ribs. One of the reasons I talked about the Ujjayi breath is because we're going to do a little breath of fire, which becomes the pumping breath of inhale and exhale. So the up reach is inhale, the out breath, and down reach, exhale. But without the pausing, without the stretching. So it's just inhale, exhale, inhale. You get both, you get everything you need. Okay, maybe about 10 times, start slowly. Add a little pulling energy coming down. Maybe just focus on that in the hands today and see what happens in the shoulders. Just pull the hands down. Ten, inhale, one more slow. And exhale, bring down your arms, release, reset your back heart. And then face your toes forward, your knees forward for standing side bend. Be over to the right side and slide your right hand down your leg. Bring your other arm up and along your ear. You could rest your hand on your head. Do what you need to do. Just the right amount for you. Hips can head over towards the left side a bit. Working deeply but responsibly. One more time. Breathe out. Range of motion explored. Slowly come up. So this strengthens your low back. You don't want to disturb it by coming up too fast. Rotate that shoulder and bring yourself back to the neutral. Notice, were you gripping anywhere? Where were you working? Let things soften for the other side. Right over to the side, slide down. So just go an appropriate amount for yourself. The other hand's gonna face towards you as you come up and over. So again, you could rest your arm, do what you need to do. Pay attention in your lower back. Explore range of motion. 5 breaths gives you time to be strong, to be challenged, and to find range of motion. Slow inhale and release. Set the shoulders, relax the arms. Take your feet up, reset, get that nice imprint with the earth. A warming up sun salutation. Breathe in, upward reach. Feel the whole ribcage lift as you reach your arms, gaze up. Breathe out, turn your hands to face the floor and come out and down. But this challenges our strength, this transition. Spread your feet, bring your head towards your legs. Halfway lift pose. Your hands might come up, they don't have to though. Just straighten your arms and your spine, breathing in. Bend your knees if they're not. Spread your hands, right leg back, left leg back. Bring down your knees. To plank pose from the knees for 5, 4. Try to distribute the efforts. Stay calm. If you're used to doing it on your feet, this is challenging in its own right. Toes tuck, puppy pose. Sit towards the heels, so go back slowly, listen to your body. And find just the right amount in your feet, your knees, your spine. Roll your hands out to the pinky sides. Let them roll open, palms up, head down. The breath is not discouraged by this position, it finds a way. Lift your hands back over. Pull up to cow spine, breathe in. Release your toes, bring your heart forward. Lift your tail just a small amount. Cat spine, breathe out. Tail first this time. Try to keep your hips where they are. Move back towards the sky, press your hands. Start with your face, come forward. Feel how the shoulders move to bring the chest forward and a little tiny lift of the tail at the end. Start with your face for the cat spine. Head diving downward, tuck your chin. Round through your back all the way to the tail. And release to neutral. Side flexion, look towards your right pinky toe. It's going to shorten that side of your waist and lengthen the other. One more time. Always with slowness, out of side bends, coming over to the other side. There's a little swing to the right as you shorten your left side. Look back towards your pinky toe. Inhale, ease back to center. Gently extend. Exhale, puppy, pull back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, downward dog or puppy. If you haven't picked up your hands and reset them recently, do that just so we have nice energy flow. The heels of the hands bear the weight and the hands here, and then the hands spread to help support that work. Press there. Bow down between your arms. Low belly draws up and back. Ease your heels towards the ground. The thumbs can relax here. Just let them rest in towards the hands. Breathe out one more time. There's this piking to come forward. The hips high. Walk forward is one way. Once you're as far forward as you can go like that, breathe down your heels, bend your knees, and stand up with the power of your legs. Spin your hands to face each other as you breathe in, spread your feet, and breathe out, bring your arms down into your sides. Inhale, upward reach. Two of the Surya Namaskara, a meditative forward fold, gradually moving between these shapes. Halfway lift, try not to be habitual about it though, but to keep it fresh for today. Go back, Palakasana, plank or Chaturanga, elbows bend, shift forward. Upward facing dog. A little tone in your low belly supports this front body lengthening. Go through your knees to down dog or not. Know yourself, know what your body needs. Make the refinements. Head down. On this one, if you would like to bend your knees one at a time, offering some movement choices if you want them. Exhale, both heels reach. Inhale, try to coming forward with the hips high again. Come on the balls of your feet. Exhale, when you're ready, fold in. Inhale, stand, strong legs. Move with breath. Exhale, align the back heart, bring down your arms one more time. Breathe in, reach up. You can do the arms as they feel good to you. The swan dive if you want. Catch the backs of your legs. The spine extends again like the cow. Extension. Going back to a neutral spine, whole body strengthener, plank or chaturanga. Showing us partial dip down the spine. Flip your feet, upward facing dogs, arms down and straight. Flip your feet, downward facing dog, step in. Hips side to side or circling if you want to. Maybe some head movement, releasing tension. Slowly breathe out again. Tone into your low belly. One more time, coming forward, hips high. So pull up to the balls of the feet. Pike, 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 pike. And then feet down. Inhale, stand. Exhale, release. From the top third of your mat to warrior A with your right leg going back. big stance. Face the front of the mat and bend your knee over your ankle. Take a moment with your foundation so you feel aligned and like you're working in the right place. So have eagle pose this today. Left elbow coming under the right. You can bring your hands together or not. Don't force this. Just let your breath move your arms. One more time. Release your arms. Set your back heart. Then turn to the side for warrior B. Back toes turn out. The whole body turns to the side except for the front leg. Bend that knee out over the ankle again. Use your feet to come into that lunge. Work your way into a nice depth. Shoulders down. It helps free your neck for this turn of the head. Exhale, bring down your arms. Straighten your front leg. Folding into the front hip crease for triangle pose. So coming over to the side, wide stance. Gaze over at your big toe and ground your left hand. Then reach your other arm up along with your eyes. In the Iyengar yoga tradition, the triangle has a wide stance. One more time, breathing out, just allowing for that variation, curious, impermanence. Inhale, come up. Heel toe, your feet close enough so you can step. And come back to the front. Tadasana. Set your mountain. And then find your mountain and warrior A pose with that forward facing lunge. Stance. Feet get so strong and clever in yoga. Just let them really participate, learn how to use them and spread them. Okay, so forward facing, right elbow underneath, using a light touch with this. So there might be a tendency to want to overdo the stretching of the back in this shape. So just let the breath move the arms. Which part of the breath expands? And which part contracts? One more time. Release your arms and straighten your leg for B variation. So there's a turn to the side with the back foot. I get maybe 2 more inches of space between my feet and this one. So working with your proportions in each shape, come out with your knee, reach your arms, turn your head. Four, 5. Release your arms, straighten your leg. Fold into that front hip crease for extended triangle pose. Grounding right hand, opening across the chest. This is the heart line pose, as well as a belly pose, as well as a sacrum pose, as well as a root pose. The upward eyes gently. Breathe out again. Inhale, stand up. And exhale, work your way back to the top section of your mat. Move your eyes in a circle for a moment. So go out to the right with both. Circle up, over to the left, and down. Try the other way. Don't force it. And relax. Rub your hands together. Cup your eyes. And relax. The eyes are associated with the spring season. The ears with winter. Just bringing those practices into our practice. I'm going to step back to some lunging poses now. So if you like having your blocks, you can have them. Here, we'll come in this way. Start with Utkatasana, bend your knees, reach up, sit down. I know I'm contradicting myself, right? But union of opposites. Just the right amount for you. One more breath. Low hips, reach up, breathe in. Breathe out, straighten your legs, come to forward fold pose. Slowly breathe for 5. Work with each shape where you know you are from experience and where you are in the moment. One more time. Back body relaxes and lengthens. Exhale, engage your navel towards your spine and step back with your right leg to the high lunge with the twist. So the opening up of the left arm for 1. Reaching straight up and down. Parsvajishti, eyes sideways towards that left hand. One more time. Exhale, release the rotation and bring down your back knee. Untuck your toes, rise up, and set your shoulders. A different way of twisting here. Turn belly and chest to face that front knee. Continue turning your head and your eyes. And find your balance. Use both feet. Hip stability. Inhale comes, release the rotation. Coming next to lizard, coming inside the front leg with both arms. Turning out the front foot and knee in the same direction to your own degree. So the back knee can lift up or just bring it back down, resettle. Find a nice distance between your knees here. Stay lifted out of your shoulders. Let's do several breaths of free movement exploration here. And considering where you might want to hang out. So you can lower to your forearms. There are lots of ways of expressing this. I'm going to do this, reach around for my back foot. You want to try that one? One more time. Not causing any harm. Pull back to Hanuman's pose on the heel. Uncross so you're on either side of your foot. Pull your toes back, bow in. Grounding the back foot. One more time. And the second side. Release, pull back your heel. Flow through, dip down, extend, downward dog. And for the sake of evenness, come back to Uttanasana and breathe out. Now the left leg stepping back for the high lunge twist. Work your feet a happy distance apart. The back knee could be down. This has an element of side plank. For 1. What can be softened? So it's usually not the other way. You're probably not just flopping around here, but making some effort. Take away any effort that isn't needed. One more breath. With an exhale, release the twist and bring down the back knee. Coming up, knee over ankle on the front leg to the low lunge, setting the shoulders. Turn your belly, catch the outside, and gaze back for 1, 2. The hands can be light here, just gently guiding the spine. This one really reveals hip stability, I'm noticing. What are you noticing? It's okay to notice, just try not to judge what you notice. Be present with what is. Coming back to center, lizard. Come inside and turn out that front foot and ankle. You may want to reset your back knee just to find nice spacing between the knees here. A little free movement time. Move your hips, your head, your shoulders. Move around a bit and then settle into one spot for 5. One more time. Transitions are important. Hanuman's pose, Ardha Hanumanasana. Uncross the arm, pull back, fold in. 1. So the hands can be grounded, but the weight is pulled back into the lower body, the legs, the hips, the belly. 1 more exhale. Transition here to Parigasana. So bringing that front leg out to the side with the toes forward. You can do that in your own way. If you need a new spot for your knee, just pick up and reset. Ground both your feet. Oh, adding the shoulder stretch in this one today, where you bring your palm to face back across the body. Hook the lower arm underneath. So there's a little rotation and a little shoulder stretching. And to that, you can add a little side bend. 2. All the limbs doing different things. Brain is occupied. Breathe out 1 more time. Side bend releasing slowly first. Release. A little playful half moon pose from the knee. So bring down your hands. We need to turn this hip and knee out to the side for half moon pose. Give it a little lift and turn. Use your hands to help you lift up your back leg. You can add one arm reaching up if you want to. Again, hip stability being revealed. Everything brings its own challenges, its own rewards. 1 more time. Breathe out, release, release. Go to a child's pose or a rabbit pose for a few breaths just to settle. Rise up, inhale, Parigasana, second side, and Ardha Chandrasana. Iron lat to the gate, foot to the side. Right arm across the chest, palm back. Left elbow comes up and hooks that arm. There's a little rotation and shoulder stretch. Add a little bit of a side bend to it today for 1. Gather the fingers gently. Again. Lots of steps to undo. The side bend, the twist, the shoulder stretch, and then the foundation. So we're going to keep that back leg. front knee to the side, the right knee to the side. So that hip is turned to the side. So we have an open belly, like triangle pose. Lift the back leg if possible. Maybe try lifting the top arm as well. For 1, steady gazing spot. 2, tone in the low belly. 3, last one. Lower the leg and the arm back to center. Child's pose or rabbit pose. So showing rabbit from the side. It's a kneeling position where you come lightly to the top of your head. You can use your hands on either side to support that. Your neck is long, there's not crunching. If you're able to relax there, you can relax your arms, reach for your heels. Going back to child's pose is there if you want it. Sasandasana. The bunnies are back. One more time. Little baby headstand. And sit back to your heels, just releasing that energy. Rest your arms. Even though we tend to slump forward in life, we tend to be tight in that direction too. So one more breath just to release any tightness in your forward slumped child's pose. Wherever that is for you, just try to breathe away tension. Coming through to sit down, you could flow through if you wanted to, or just come and sit. So when you feel nice to stretch the legs out after that. Hike in, breathe out. Come and sit. And remember which side to go to. Coming into infinity pose variation towards the left side. So turn, roll to the left side of your leg and hips and cross your right ankle over your left. The arms here are kind of like upward dog. We just want to find enough space. You can stay lifted out of your shoulders and gaze back. Feet are active, connecting with each other. One more time. Ease over to the other side. So roll into the outside of the leg, the hips stay on the ground. Add the ankle cross. Find the arms, turn the head. Long neck. One more time. Roll back to your seat. Release. Ardha Matsyendrasana. So the bottom leg can stay straight or fold in. So straight, right leg or fold it in, knee forward. Left foot to the floor, come around. Being tall, rotate to the left. Support your bent top leg with your arm, and the other hand helps you sit tall in the pose behind you. This one has a consolidating quality to it, drawing yourself into the midline. One more time. Release the rotation to face forward. Pick up the top leg and bring it out to the side. So if your bottom leg was extended out, just fold it into Janu-Sirsasana. Head out over that extended leg. So there's an element of twisting, an element of side bending in Janu-Sirsasana. Do whatever version of it feels nice right now, so you can focus on either being a little more side lengthening or a little more turning towards the leg. Inhale for 3. Soft and quiet. Slowly rise with inhale. Engage your low belly, changing sides. Half loaded the fishes into knee head pose. So again, the bottom leg, the left leg could be extended or folded in with the knee forward. All these actions build a pose. Bring your hand behind to sit tall. Support your hip with this arm. So a little gentle hugging in. Hey, respect your body. Where it says no hugging, that's enough. Don't do that. Just the right amount for you. 2. Little side eye stretch. 3. 4. 5. The actions reverse themselves. And we can move into the next one from part of this shape shared out and down. Knee head pose. And casually today, just coming into a shape that feels nice. Taking away some of the structure and effort as you explore. One more time, breathing out. Take your time with coming up so it is not disruptive of the pose. Come out to your belly, please. You could do that through the dolphin forearm transition or just slide out. It's one way of working your way to your belly. And once you are here, take a moment to rock your pelvis side to side so that you feel open in the front body. And then lengthen your legs and lift them one at a time, bringing big toes together. You do a little cobra. Bring your hands either side of your chest. Heart is off the floor. Gaze down the nose. Activate your legs. Reach your feet. Firm the legs. Firm the glutes. Exhale, come down with that soften for a moment. Reactivating, so we're strengthening our back bodies. Hands could stay or do a little interlace behind. Reach your hands towards your heels to help lift your chest. Long neck, 1. Active legs, 2. 3. 4. Doesn't need to be big at all. 5, come down, lift your shoulders, just melt and release everything soft to the right with your head. Bring it out, bring your right leg out into a half frog shape for 5. You can arrange your arms to support you. Exhale again. Other side, as little disturbance as possible. You try to just keep yourself as connected to the ground as you can while you switch sides. Dissolve tension. Gently tone your navel as you breathe out next time, and that supports the Slow release of that side bend as you straighten your leg, coming back to center. Gather your elbows in by your sides. So work with your proportions here. The hands will spin out as you press down to come to your knees. Walk in and come to a wide child's pose. Breathing out one more time. Come out to the right side of the body. So back out to the belly or forearm position, transitioning to side lying. Find your balance. Bringing your top heel towards that same hip. So we're going to bend your left knee. Bring your left hand down from above, catching that space at the front of your ankle. Or you could do either side of your foot. It's all fine. Let it be as easeful as possible. And just let that heel come towards the hip, stretching your front hip muscles. Mindful of your shoulder. Unforced. One more time. Ground the belly center, a little tone down there supports this release through the belly to the other side. Support your head. This is not without effort, the side lying mountain pose. You gotta use your core strength to be here. The top hand could rest on the belly for a moment, just to help your mind. Few breaths of transition into this shape, this place. And then the side lying half bow preparation. Heel towards the hip, catch ankle, mindful of shoulder. Focus here. The reason I have us here today is for the front hip muscles. Just giving yourself a place to focus your energy today. Be mindful of that zone. One more time. Straighten your leg. Top hand comes down to support your return. Forearms. Dolphin. Knees. Rise. Set the shoulders. Come to your seat. And lie down. If you need a sit or clothing or any supports, we'll do our finishing practice on our backs. So yoga kind of gets us into a zone of calm breathing, body awareness. Just rest in that space for a few more minutes. Try not to think ahead or behind. It'd be nice to start with bringing the knees in for a low back lengthening. Squeeze them in, breathe out. Inhale, stretch them out. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale in. 2 more times. You can add the arms going overhead as you stretch your legs out. Inhale is opening. Exhale, bring your knees to your chest. One more time. Open it out. Gently challenge. And then release. Hold your knees and bring your knees over your hips. Circle to the right a few times, grounding your sacrum. Circle to the left. Small circles, small bone, dense and important, but not that big. It's a little triangle. Center. Please come down with your feet one at a time and bring your knees out to the side. So we have a little curve in our lumbar spine, in the lower back, and that's intentional here, but not too much. You need to resettle your pelvis. You don't want to flatten your low back, is my message here, as you bring your knees out to the sides. Blocks can come in to support if needed. Leave your fingers behind your skull and rest open for a moment, transitioning to here. Try not to strain. You can adjust your position of your feet and your knees if needed. Breathe out, navel towards the spine. Breathe in, lift your head and shoulders, and lower. Breathe out. 2, and release. 3, doesn't need to be big. Strengthening the front body with the spine in extension. One more time. Carefully settle your skull using your hands to support, bringing the knees together slowly. Bring your feet out to the floor, lift up, and resettle. Grounded arms. Lift your feet off the floor one at a time with your knees bent. And then at the same time, lift them up towards the sky. Really reach, 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 reach. And maybe that wants to pull you up into a shoulder stand, or maybe you're content reaching with your hips down. So optional to lift up. I've been playing with this one where I use my hands on the floor and sit on my back, just to find that groundedness. Root to rise. Be where you are, playful. It can help you rest when you apply a little effort at the end of practice, if you'd like to just challenge yourself gently here at the end with what you're working on. Letting those legs reach. And begin a transition or a second variation of legs in the air. You can do wide legs or scissors, or plow from shoulder stand. Slowly come down using your arms to guide your spine down slowly. Bring your knees to your chest. Lying twist of your choice. So the crossover, if you would like a little more of that crossover position in the body, you can add a figure 4 across to the legs as you turn your head. Relax. Let your belly move with breath now. There's a natural grounding even when your belly's relaxed. When you breathe out and bring your head back to center. Slowly change sides. Let this side tell you what it needs as far as that crossover. Pay attention. So each side might look a little different from the other in the poses, and that is to be expected. By working with each side where it is, We bring balance. Soften. And by breathing out. Bring your head back to center. Gradually release the rest of your body. Centering and stretching out for rest. So you want to provide enough space for your lower back to feel comfortable. If you need elevation under your head or your knees, give yourself that support. This is wellness practice. Settling the shoulder blades, you might press elbows and skull to give them space to be broad and grounded. Open your mouth with some sound, let go of your breath, and let softness travel through you, down your legs. So we've done a lot around the hips today. Maybe bring fingers there to that zone and just have a little awareness. Hands resting, asking that to soften, acknowledging that area. Let that softness travel to the knees, around and behind them, to your ankles, front and back. You could do a couple of ankle pumps if it's not uncomfortable where you are. If your mat's really sticky, it might not like that. Just to relax your feet and toes. And then the same process now with the shoulders grounding, softening, letting go. The breath moving freely. Hands and elbows relaxed. The eyes get a little rest in Shavasana. Soften your eye sockets and let your eyes rest back into your skull. Breath is gentle and natural, wild and free. "10,000 flowers in spring, the moon in autumn, a cool breeze in summer, snow in winter." If your mind isn't clouded by unnecessary things, this is the best season of your life. Take your time with releasing your stillness, maybe touching your fingertips to your thumbs one at a time. Opening and closing your hands like wings. Let movement travel into the body, maybe the elbows, shoulders, spinal reach, can be nice to drop back into a stillness once you've done that initial stretching. Just go all the way soft again. When a swallow feels ready, let it release your throat and journey your way back to sitting. Take a few rounds of breath. Move mindfully. Tall and relaxed. Setting that back heart position once again. Picturing the shoulder blades going apart at the top and together at the bottom. Inhale deeply, bring your hands together. Ah. Thank you for joining me for practice.